Good morning, everyone. In this lesson, I want to talk to you about binomial distributions and how to calculate the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation when we have binomial. Okay? From a previous lesson, you want to remember binomial distribution means we're studying things that have two outcomes or have a situation that can be reduced to two outcomes. Probably the favorite example right now is a multiple choice quiz. Maybe it has 5 choices. Your first gut reaction is, oh no, that's not binomial, it has 5 choices. But remember, if you think of it as something being correct and incorrect or right, wrong, that's your two outcomes, and so therefore we can interpret it that way. All right, to calculate your mean, variance, and standard deviation, and yes, you can put these on your formula sheet if you wish. Okay, we've got mean is just going to be n times p, number of trials times successes. Variance, you're going to add in multiplying by q. And then standard deviation, like we've done previously, we will just take the square root of the variance. Okay? All right, so let's take a look here at an example. A coin is tossed 4 times. Find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of the number of heads that will be obtained. All right, so we need to know n. How many times you're tossing that coin is 4. P is the probability of success, which is, in this case for heads, is 0.5. Q is going to be the probability of not getting heads, okay, or better known as tails, but that's also 0.5. Okay, remember that P plus Q should add up to be 1. All right, so here we go. For mean, we need to do n times P, so 4 times 0.5, and that is just 2. Okay, for the variance, we do 4 times 0.5 times 0.5, so NPQ, and that is just 1. And then lastly, for the standard deviation, you're going to take the square root of the variance, or the square root of 1 is just 1, and you are all done. Okay, all right, let's go for another one here. A die is rolled 240 times. Find the mean, variance, and standard deviation for the number of 3s that will be rolled. Okay, so n, 240 times that you're going to roll a die. All right, so the numbers on a die, standard 6-sided die, 1 through 6. So P is going to represent the probability of 3s. All right, how many 3s are there? Well, just 1 out of 6. So then Q are the leftovers, the not 3s. So there's 5 out of 6 that are not 3s. Okay, so in calculating the mean, we're going to do 240 times 1/6, which is just 40. Okay, there's your mean. So n times P. The variance, scroll this back so you can see, the variance, we're up here now, is going to be n, 240 times 1/6 times 5/6, or you just take the 40 from the first answer times 5/6 on your calculator. Okay, that should give you around, 200 over 6, and that reduces to 100 over 3, which I imagine you're going to prefer me to write 33.3 repeating. All right, so that would be your variance. And then lastly, you take the square root of that answer. Be best to hold all those decimals in your calculator when you do it. So you have like 33.3 repeating in your calculator. Take the square root of that, and we're getting approximately 5.8, and that would be your standard deviation. Okay, and up here was your mean. All right, so 3 nice little formulas, and you may absolutely add this information here on your formula sheet in case you need it at some point. Okay? Alrighty, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.